Hey guys, welcome back to Talk Story, the podcast where we build communities together, one conversation at a time. I'm here with up-and-coming recording artist Aries J.
What's up,
What's up,
brother?
brother?
Gav?
What's up, man?
Yeah. How's it going, man?
Good. So,
Thank you for having me, by the way.
yeah, of course, dude. Anytime. So, talk to us about how you became a recording artist. Where do you see your
dude,
your
I
career
see, I
going?
see trying to take this as far as I can with my music, you know, like I want to take as far as I can and help as much people as I can on the process, you know. Hopefully I can build this into something where, you know, where I can put people in position and put some income and give people jobs, you know what I mean? Because that's what the end game is, you know, and then branching off and doing multiple other things. But what got me into the music was a lot of local influences too. So like I watched a lot of the other hip hop artists do music out here since I was young, because I'm only 24, you know, I'm not that old. And maybe like 5 years back, I seen like I seen Angry Locals, Old Snizzle, Chris Styles, Big Mox, you know, and like a few other guys like Tiki Entertainment. And I watched them doing it, and I was interested in trying to get into music. So like, you know, I seen these guys, and I was like, bro, I can try, you know. And then I finally reached out, and I found out that one of my cousins is an audio engineer, Artemis Audio, as Dimitri. So and I hit him up, and I jumped into his booth, and I tried to make my first song and stuff. And dude, you know what I mean? I did my best. That was my first time, and then he just kind of told me I got to practice and stuff. And then, but when I heard myself on the microphone, that's what kind of made it click. You know, I was like, oh, that sounded crazy, but I want to do better and do better. Then I went out searching and working on how to make my music better. And then I found another engineer named Bobby, my engineer, and that guy threw some game on me and taught me how and showed me some stuff. And then I actually ended up working with Osna a few times, and that guy taught me a lot of game too on the music game down here, you know. And you know, and that guy's behind a lot of the music down here too. People may not know, but you know, that he's the man. And like my brother too used to always be all into his sounds and stuff, and used to make homemade stereos with all kind of different stereos and just make it obnoxious, you know what I mean, loud. And so it was just bump rap music and reggae, you know. Of course, reggae is my first love. That's what I've always been listening to. So stuff like that's kind of got me influenced in, like, you know, other mainstream artists like Tupac and Michael Jackson, and you know, like just stuff like that growing up listening to it. So I always kind of was in the groove with music my whole life.
Speaking of Tupac, you actually have a Tupac tattoo.
Yeah, I do.
Talk to us about how that happened.
I used to apprentice at a tattoo shop, and my boy Ricky Murillo does most of my tattoos. And when I was working there, he wanted to do a portrait, and I told him, "Oh yeah, I'm doing a Tupac on my thigh." But I just told him to do it on my thigh because he messed it up, and it came out ugly. So I could just hide it. But came out good. Machiavelli came out good.
Nice, man. So talk to us about the hip hop scene here, and even outside of reggae. I know reggae is a huge market here, but there's other people that are trying to show their own talent. And besides just hip hop and even R&B, there's people creating stuff now.
So like, I mean, honestly, I don't even really affiliate with the rest of the hip hop scene. So like, I kind of stay in my own lane. I try not to get mixed in with everybody, because everybody's doing their own thing, right? And I don't know what they all been doing, but I kind of want to just stay separate. I try not to get into the scene. I mean, I understand they're out there performing, doing the work, and you know they're building their craft. You know what I mean? But me, I personally don't get into all that with everybody. I try not to make too close of friends, because you know what I mean. I don't know anybody, so I just kind of just stay in my own lane. But man, it's hard. I see that it's been hard, because I've been to shows where these guys been opening up to, and the people kind of just, Hawaii people ain't about hip hop. It's more about Jawaiian and Hawaiian music and reggae, you know. So like, they ain't really, when we're trying to show them that we have talent here, our local people is kind of, it's like, I mean, some do, you know what I mean. But then the people that come for the artists, that they're friends and family, you know what I mean. But it's really hard to pack a hip hop show down here when you're just a local artist. So you got to build that up somehow. And you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do my own thing and just, you know what I mean, change the game if I can. You know what I mean? Just do me. You know what I mean? Influence as much people I can in the music too.
And on the point of having different artists, I know you're creating a new album called Pineapple Smoke.
Yes.
Where you're going to feature a bunch of new stuff, I'd say.
Yeah.
You're creating new stuff.
Well, I mean, I found a bunch of local talent that I've been searching for the past, maybe about a year now. I've been watching and trying to get people that I want to work with. You know what I mean? Not even about whoever follows them or how big they are, but just by the talent. Because I want to help. Like I said, in this process of music, I want to help as much people as I can on the way up. You know, and I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep going and going and going, see where it takes me. And you know, and if I can help people on the way, that's the main. It's the main plan, right? It's the end game.
And there's people hustling big time out here, you know?
Yeah, there's. You know what I mean? But it's hard when you're out here doing you're working hard, but you gotta remember, people come to Hawaii for vacation. They ain't trying to find no talent. They ain't trying to go to no shows. They're trying to sit on the beach and drink alcohol. You know what I mean? Like straight up. You know what I mean?
Or eat Pokeballs, you know?
Right. Unless you find a way to branch out. You know what I mean? So it's everybody's hustling, making music, but it's just really hard to find. You gotta leave the state. I feel like, you know. So something like that.
Switching some gears a bit. You actually do a ton of stuff on social media. You stabbed an alligator on social media. It was an inflatable one, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was just a joke, but I mean, you do a lot of funny stuff.
I try to make people laugh, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, everybody puts me out there trying to be scary or some gangster. Like, I'm like a normal fucking dude. I don't take people's shit. You know? So, like, I be funny and I do my best to, like, show everybody, you know, like, you can laugh, you can be yourself. You don't need it, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's so serious, but then also, like, I do say serious stuff on my Instagram where I'm trying to motivate people, and, like, you know, I do it basically to just show people that I care, you know what I mean? Like, some people try to dissect the message as much as they can and try to make it into a negative thing, but really I'm just, you know, speaking my mind. Everybody over here is trying to turn something positive into negative. Every single time you sit on social media, when you try to post anything or do anything, someone out there has to try and turn it into something negative, you know? Someone has nothing better to do. When they usually only do that kind of stuff to get a reaction out of you, which you don't need to, you know, give any energy to that. But stuff like that. I mean, I just try to be funny and promote my music and just communicate with everybody that I can, you know? And I also give out awareness, you know, about I just throw out stuff that to just remind people, because that's where everybody's face is at these days, is social media. They're really looking around the world and seeing all this shit. They're just seeing what's on Instagram. So, like, I throw in there, like, oh, check on your friends, or, you know, this or that.
Positive messages.
Yeah, positive stuff. I just throw it out there, you know what I mean? And people take it as how they take it. I just want to help everybody that I can. And, you know what I mean? No one really much showed me too much love until I showed them that I had the hustle, you know, when I started out. So when people come to me, I just listen, give them my advice, and do what I can, you know, or what I can. I can't do everything, you know what I mean? Can't put someone in position. You gotta have them show them your work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta show me that you can work, then I'll put you in a better position if I'm able to, you know? People come to me and are like, oh, Ariess, this and that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, but you're not showing any proof of you making music or any proof of you putting yourself out there. How are you gonna make me want to help you? You're not even taking the first step to help yourself, you know what I mean? Why am I gonna waste my energy, right? That's just how I look at stuff.
And also on the going off of support, you know, what kind of support have you had just from the beginning, even up till now, actually?
Dude, it was hard at first trying to build a following because, like I told you, not a lot of people support really much hip-hop here. I mean, they love it. Everybody listens to hip-hop, don't get me wrong, but it's like, really, you guys are going to come to a local artist's show? It's really hard. You know, it's really hard unless you're going mainstream, you know what I mean, somehow. But I just be myself, dude. I be myself, and I just communicate with everybody as much as I can, and then that's how I build my relationships with people. Like, I just be myself. I don't put nothing fake out. I don't be phony. I don't try to troll people or throw shit out there or spam them. Just be myself, and I talk to pretty much every single person that ever DM me, you know what I mean? I just tell them what's up and, you know, be myself. And that's putting in work, too. You gotta understand, social media is a job, bro. You cannot, you know what I mean? Right now, it seems like the only way you can get your music out is through Instagram or Twitter, or, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's another whole world you gotta get into if you're gonna try to do music. I mean, of course, you can do music live, this and that, but if you're trying to take big boy steps and trying to take it to the top, you know what I mean, you're going to have to know how to work everything, especially if you're independent, you know?
And even music videos, because your friend Shots by Rob actually helps you out with these music videos.
Yeah, dude, Rob is my boy, dude. That guy, that's funny. That guy actually does music too, yeah? So he does a lot of music too. And I actually hit him up one time, and I was like, yo, come over. I need something for some guitar stuff, right? And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'll come over. And he put up with all his guitar stuff, but then he had like a whole bunch of freaking like camera shit. And I was like, what is all this camera stuff? He's like, oh, I'm gonna go self-employed and start doing videos. And I was like, what? It's tripping me out. And then told him, bro, forget the guitar, start shooting some video and pictures now. And then like, bro, we just been doing. I mean, I knew him a long time before the whole music and before all that stuff. That guy knew me a long time, you know. That's my boy, so like I support him. He supports me. He helps out a lot with other stuff too. So that's my dog right there. Shots by Rob. Check him out.
So Aries J, as someone who is an up and coming recording artist,
Yes.
what advice would you give someone that wants to start a career in music here on the islands?
Man, it's depending. If you're trying to go big with it, put yourself out there first. Don't you know what I mean? It's like this: if you can build an album or build a song and you have no one to follow you, right? No one really knows about it. You know, you're putting all that money and time into music. Who's gonna listen to it, right? So me and like I've tried and erred my whole way through this past, you know, going on to 4 years now with the music. But if you're gonna start doing music, and my advice to it is put yourself out there first. Show people your talent, build up something, and then show people that you're stepping into a studio, that you're progressing, you know? Then they're going to wait for that. Oh, he's actually in the studio. He's going to record a song. Oh, I can't wait. I can listen to this all the time. You know, your friends and family and, you know, the fans you may build in between. But people want to see where you came from, right? Where you started. So my suggestion is if you can step into a studio, you know, and if you're going to do it and put out music, yeah, you can put out stuff that you self-record if you're going to invest, but you know, if you want people to stay with you, and, you know, you don't have the skills of engineering and all that stuff and all the knowledge, man, take it to a real studio. You know what I mean? That's what I did. I try to go the shortcuts and stuff, but it ain't worth it in the long run. Go to a real studio when you have been practicing. When you go in the studio, you got to be prepped. You know what I mean? You're on the clock now, right? You don't want to go in there and not prepped and, you know, messing up. I understand you messing up and stuff, right? But the studio's on the time, you're on time frame, right? You don't want you're gonna be rushed or whatever, right? So if you step in a studio, you want to be prepped and have your lyrics and everything tight, and you know you want to save
content,
you want to have your content ready to go, like, you know, memorize if you can, you know, do your thing. If you're a rapper with reggae, you know what I mean? There's all different methods, you know what I mean? And eventually, what's gonna happen? You're gonna start building connections with people and relationships, and you're gonna end up getting, like, you know, more better vibe in the studio. First, it's always going to be scary, no matter what. You're going to always have that weird, like, oh, who's going to judge me? But it's usually just you and the engineer. And that's the one person you want to get chemistry with, you know? You guys want to collide. You guys want to be vibed out. You guys that's the kind of person you want to be with. That's the kind of person you want to have a good energy with, because that's the guy that's making your music, right? That guy's going to help put together your whole project or whatever you're doing. But me, after a while, when it came to the music, I ended up investing in myself. I studied what they had in the studio. I figured out what they needed, and just to do recording so I could record on my own and by myself, and when I'm in a good mood, bad mood, or whatever the mood I want to be in when I want to record. And I can just, you know, that's later on, though, when you know this is what you want to do. Don't be investing if you end up just going to do it for fun, you know? If you're taking it seriously, invest into your own equipment, and you can save a lot of money. You know what I mean? Or if not, if you don't have the money for that, you don't have the time to record yourself when you want to just hit a studio and get out. So, you know what I mean? Go to a professional studio. Get your stuff sounding big and nice and legit for all the music platforms, you know?
And reaching out to people I think is one of the most important things too. Like, just hitting people up, you know, just asking. And
yeah, you can ask. I mean, remember, a lot of people, I mean, I'm not saying who is or isn't, but
right,
you hit up other artists. A lot of artists may not. I mean, I'm not like that. If you hit me up, I tell you where to go. I help you out, right? But there's some artists up there that might steer you the wrong way and not trying to help nobody, because music is competitive some ways, you know. So some people are competitive and they're not gonna steer you the right way. So you gotta watch out who you hit up. Or if anything, you just, you know, ask them, like, oh, where can I go to a studio, you know? And there's plenty out here. You just got to find the right guy you want to work with for your voice and your sound, you know, that can help put together and bring that shit to life, you know. But that's my advice, you know, right there. Just, and you're going to have haters. You're going to put music out. You're going to have people that are not going to like it. There's a fact, because not everybody likes what everybody likes, you know. But I promise you, if you put yourself out there first right, for your fans and the people, you're gonna have way more support than you will have negative because people have been waiting for you to drop that project. You know what I mean? So build up your fan base, build up your stuff, and then put your money into the music. Show people you have talent. Do some live stuff, on Instagram or whatever.
And same goes for the people that there's a ton of people that ask me like, oh, what equipment should I get to start a podcast? And I get these questions a lot, and I answer every single one of those questions because I remember when I was starting off doing podcasting or even doing audio engineering and learning how to do audio engineering and learning how to find the right equipment and find the best equipment I could at a good price, and just telling people like it's not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, some people are just lazy, dude.
Yeah, some people are lazy, and
some people are just lazy, dude, and some people don't care about people. Basically, that's what the sad thing about it is that people just don't care about people, and they don't want to try and make a change, or they don't want to try and help nobody. They're just kind of in it to get to the end game, So you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's my advice on the whole music thing, and that goes with anything though. If you're doing anything, you want to kind of put yourself out there first and show people your talent, and then that motivation that you see right there, that people are like they say, you say you're a dancer or whatever it is that you're doing, and you put it out there on social media just to put it out there. All that motivation you're going to get back from people saying you did a great job because you do your best, right? You're going to try to do your best. Do your best. And all the motivation you're going to get back is going to push you to want to do more and do more and do more, And then you're going to put out real stuff, professional stuff, and the people will be like, oh, man, I'm striving with this guy since the beginning. And those are the people you want, you know what I mean? And that's what's going to get your music out there.
So, as a lasting statement, what do you want to tell the people, inspire them? What kind of encouraging thing you want to tell them about just life in general,
Oh, man, you guys got to just find your purpose, dude. Like, you got to seriously find the reason why you're breathing, because you're not on the planet just to live and die. No one is here. Everyone has a certain talent or a gift or something. You just got to dig down and find it, bro, because, like, you can live like, I understand if you want to just have a family and get by and raise your kids and be a father or mother, that's cool. But if you want to be bigger than that, don't be scared. Chase that shit, because like no one's gonna do it for you, but you know what I mean. People are gonna respect it that you do something different out of the ordinary. That's why I do what I do. I do music, and everyone that ever comes to me, I got your back. Hit me up. I'll motivate you as much as I can. And the same to you, man. Like once you hit me up on this, I was like, bro, let's do it. So I was all stoked, and I motivate anybody that I can. You know what I mean? Especially the people that are around me, my friends, my family. Those I just give them my opinion. You know what I mean? And I want to see everybody do big. I want to see everybody go big. I want to see everybody put in the hustle. I want to see everybody want bigger than themselves,
Make every day better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
make every day better, man.
Big E, what's up?
Shout outs to you, Eric.
Nah, but for real, though, you know what I mean? I want to see that, but you can't make everybody want it.
Definitely.
They got to want it themselves. But you know what I mean? When you see that spark in somebody, bro, you want to keep that person around. You know what I mean? Like, if you with somebody that's basically motivating you every day to do something, dude, you want to be around that. You're with other people that are bringing you down, and they're trying to just kind of hinder you from greatness, wasting your time doing silly stuff. Yeah, we're young, but right now is the time to get your shit done, because when you're older, it's going to be much harder. You know what I mean? That's why I buckled down already. I'm just trying to focus on this and do my thing. And that's what I want you guys to do. The ones that follow me, that's been following me, you see all I talk about is motivation, and you see that I'm out here doing what I do. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of great people out there that's doing the same thing. Those are the people you want to surround yourself with. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I'm about, dog.
And don't let your dream die out.
Yeah. I mean, you only can go so long till you're over it. You know what I mean? But there's two things. You let things get in your way, or you made excuses, or you gave up, You can make it happen. You just got to want it more than air. You know what I mean? You just got to want it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want something, you can make it happen. There's no excuses. Money, it doesn't matter what it is. You can, if you want it, you go make that money to get that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You can get out of any situation. You just got to strive. You know what I mean? You got to want it, because there's no one else is going to do it for you.
Right.
Like, when someone tells you, oh, I can't do it because of this or that, then don't do it because of this and that. Figure out around it, or make it happen if you really want it, So I tell people, and I'm very blunt about that kind of stuff. Because they ask me, I tell you exactly what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the people that I'm around with, they're going to tell you the same thing. Because I tell my team and I tell everyone that's around me the same thing every single time. Let's get it done, you know? And yeah, and Pineapple Smoke is on its way. So you guys got to watch out for that.
Yeah, guaranteed. You want to do any shout-outs, man? Anybody want to shout out?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Shout outs to Big E, man.
Yeah, Big E.
Repping your stuff, man.
Yeah, shit. Follow me on Instagram. I am Aries J.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta shout myself out. I never
Yeah.
do that. Shout out, you know.
Wait, I never asked you anything though.
Yeah, ask me something, man.
What made you want to come to Aries J?
You know, shout outs to Kalai, man. Actually, I was just building my podcast, and one day Kalai hit me up, and he's like, "Dude, you should check out my boy Aries J." And my podcast is so variety. I don't mind any any talent, because like I'm not tailored around like recording artists, or I'm not tailored around small businesses. I'm anything local is what I represent, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, man, there's a guy in Kailua, you know, spitting fire, man. Of course I want to hit this guy up, man. And you wanna tell the story of how we hit up? I hit you up one day.
Well, you just hit me up on Instagram, and at first I didn't know if you were just like some random dude, right? But then, actually, I think Kalai hit me up and told me that, my friend's gonna hit you up. Then I remembered and I looked. Then I realized that you was coming up as a podcast guy and you're a local boy. So I was like, "Man, let's do it." Like, I'm not gonna charge anybody that's from here that's hustling just like me to do an interview. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I respect you for reaching out and putting in the work. You know what I mean? I seen what you do. So like, I don't fuck around with that. When I see a hustle, I'm supporting it. Like I told you guys before, right? When I see someone striving for greatness, I'm gonna go and motivate them or do what I can. You know what I mean? If you were some, some podcast from the mainland, some shit, I was like, bro, what? I don't even care about the exposure. Like, you're gonna pay me. But, if it sees a straight local boy like me is striving, because think about it, we're on an island, dude. Yep. We have, like, the less vision from the whole world than anybody. You know what I mean? I'll do what I can to show my people off. You know what I mean? So, I mean, exactly.
It's even smaller circle for people that are creating something.
Yeah. You know? And it's like, and it's a shitty feeling when you think about how we come such a small area and we're trying to strive from it. And the support is hard to get. Mm-hmm. So think about how hard that is when it's like trying to get your own people to support you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it just happens. You know what I mean? For whatever reasons, right? But, you know what I mean? That's just another whole deal, though.
Definitely. Once again, thanks again for joining me on my podcast. For and yeah, we'll do this again sometime, bro.
Yeah, I'm always open to jump on.
Who knows? We might have another podcast with just us two with some other guests.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Talk Story Podcast. And stay tuned for more episodes. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Easy.
Shoots.